Le présent de l'indicatif.
This tense is used when we are talking about the present time, an action or mood which is true for or happening in the present time. This tense is very widely used in English and French languages. In simple words, whenever we want to say something that's related to the present time, we use this tense. But according to grammar, to be in present indicative, a sentence must follow any of these 6 situations, which we will learn in this video.
Une action ou un état d'être à l'instant présent. Une action. Ou. Un état. D'être. À l'instant. Présent.
This is the first situation. An action or a state of being at the present time. Action that's happening right now, in the present time. Like eating, raining, singing, talking. Let's see an example in French language and understand it further.
Exemple. Je vais à l'école maintenant.
In this example, the action is happening right now. The action, going to school, is an action in the present time. In this course we will be summarizing all these situations at the end. For now it's important we understand each situation and get familiar with French sounds given in these video. The second situation is habitual action.
Action habituelle. Action. Habituelle.
An action which occurs habitually. In other words, something that happened in the past, is still happening in the present and will very likely happen in the future. This action can happen at a certain interval, on certain specific times and so on. Like, he drinks every day.
Un autre exemple d'action habituelle est je vais à la bibliothèque tous les jours. Je vais à la bibliothèque tous les jours.
In this example, the person goes to the library every day. This action is continuing to happen in the present. So all these situations comes under present indicative. Other example for this can be I take the metro every morning. In French we say
Je prends le métro tous les matins. Une vérité générale, quelque chose qui est vrai en permanence. Une vérité générale, quelque chose qui est vrai en permanence.
This is the third situation where we use present indicative. A general truth, something which is permanently true. Like, moon is closer than the sun. Something that's generally true for everyone, follows the rule of present indicative. The general truth is true in the present time. Like this example, 2 and 2 are 4. In French we say
2 et 2 font 4. 2 et 2 font 4.
This is true for everyone, and is true in the present time. So far we have seen 3 situations for present indicative in French language. Action that's happening right now, action that's habitual, and the third is a general truth. The fourth is historical present. We will see this with example in French. In French this fourth situation is called
Présent historique. Présent. Historique.
the historical present, also called dramatic present or narrative present, is the employment of the present tense when narrating past events. It is widely used in writing. This situation is generally used in literature or while telling stories. We will see this with an example.
Marie-Antoinette est condamnée à mort. Elle monte dans la charrette et est en route. Marie-Antoinette est condamnée à mort. Elle monte dans la charrette et est en route.
In this example, the sentence is being told in context of the present time. We will leave this category here and move to the fifth situation.
Un futur proche. Un futur proche.
A near future action. In this situation, we cover the actions that has not yet happened in the present time, but will happen in the near future. Like, he arrives tomorrow.
Il arrive demain. Il arrive demain.
Now we will see the very last situation of present indicative. At the end we will summarize all these situations with French and English examples.
Une action ou un état d'être qui s'est produit dans le passé et qui continue jusqu'à présent. Une action ou un état d'être qui s'est produit dans le passé et qui continue jusqu'à présent.
An action or state of being that started in the past but it's still happening in the present time. She started cooking yesterday. In this example, she started cooking long before the present time, when the conversation is happening.
Je suis ici depuis 10 minutes.
In this example, I have been here for 10 minutes. The action started 10 minutes in the past but I am still here. Every such actions or state of being that started in the past but is still happening in the present time, falls under present indicative tense of French language. Now let's summarize all the 6 situations discussed in this video. Number 1. An action or state of being in the present time. Like, I am going to school now. Number 2. Habitual action. Like, I go to the library every day.
Une action ou un état d'être à l'instant présent. Action habituelle. Action habituelle.
Number 3. A general truth, something which is permanently true. Like, 2 and 2 are 4. Number 4. Historical present.
Une vérité générale, quelque chose qui est vrai en permanence. Une vérité générale, quelque chose qui est vrai en permanence. Présent historique. Présent historique.
Number 5. Action which is likely to occur in near future. Like, he arrives tomorrow. Number 6. An action or state of being that occurred in the past and continues up to the present. Like, she has been sick for 3 days.
Un futur proche. Un futur proche. Une action ou un état d'être qui s'est produit dans le passé et qui continue jusqu'à présent.
This tense is similar like present tense in English language. When we want to communicate or write anything in the present tense in French, we use the rules of this tense. After learning the rules and understanding how to make sentences in this tense, we will be able to make sentences about most of the day-to-day activities. We will try to keep aside the complex rules of grammar in the beginning and focus more on rules which are similar to English grammar. Upon completion, we will try to do few exercises before we move to the next tense. Here are few example sentences in French and English which are in present indicative tense. In the next video we will be able to form similar sentences with simple rules. For now, please do subscribe for updates.
Dans la prochaine partie, nous apprendrons à faire des phrases au présent de l'indicatif. Au revoir.